What's up, nerds? This is Chris DeBella from Nerdy Geek Talk with Tinfoil Town Gobots. Or not. Okay. This is Eric Crowder from Nerdy Geek Talk. Search for all your nerdy geeky needs here with episode. Crap. Episode 83. I knew that. It was just a test. Congratulations, you passed. Of Steel City Bots. Joining me today, we have Michael, whose birthday it is not yet, but it may be during the show.
Yeah, it depends upon how long we record.
Hopefully God, I hope not during the show. Never mind. I just looked at the time. I thought it was an hour later than it was.
No. No. Hope we're not here for 2+ hours.
Yeah, let's just do a 2.5 hour show.
Yeah. Just cause.
Why not?
Yeah. Well, then if we did that, I could get started on the stuff I need to do for things tomorrow. I'll say more about that at the end of the show. You'll understand later.
Oh, I know what it is. I had to think about it for a second. I was like, what are you
I know you know. I'm just saying the audience is going to be
I'm going to spoil it right now. Hey, guy. No. How are you, though?
I'm good.
The correct answer was old. You're old, because you're about
Not yet.
No, you
Not
still
yet.
are. You're just about to get older. That doesn't mean you aren't old. That's not how it works.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, 24 tomorrow.
Wow, so old. Jared, how are you?
Podcast. Anyway, sorry.
Very good. Doing all right. Work earlier today was full of surprises.
Good things you're not working now. And the ever lovely Miguel. How are you, Miguel?
I got really tired as soon as we started actually recording the show.
Dude, why does
really
that always happen? That happens every time.
No, yeah, I'm on the top of my game when we're doing pre-show, which never gets put out anywhere, never gets live streamed or anything. And then once we actually record the show, it's just like, yeah, guys, see ya, and then I go to bed.
You know what? Since you mentioned that, speaking of, this isn't a thing yet, but I do want to announce that it may be a thing in the future. If you guys wanted to have a Patreon, I'm speaking to the listeners, not you. If you were interested in a Patreon, what kind of things did you want to be on there? Is my question. One thing I was thinking of was like pre-shows and that kind of stuff. But I had a couple ideas and bouncing around. But if there's anything you can think of that you would specifically want, you should tweet at Steel City Bots and let us know, because I'm very interested
How old are you?
in. And I said it. What? Me?
How old are you?
19. Why?
I had an idea, but it's
I know what your idea was.
not appropriate, I feel. You're too young.
I have a guess as to what your idea was.
I mean, you're not too young, but like at the same time you are.
In 2 years' time.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Or at TFCon. But anyway.
No, wait, no. What?
Oh, I think Michael and I were on the same page, but apparently it was not the same page as you.
No.
Okay, never mind.
I don't.
If you're interested.
We're talking about alcohol.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm assuming you want me to be, I was thinking that you wanted me to be intoxicated for people's amusement, but now I need you to tell me what your idea for
He sent it in the group chat.
Oh, he did?
We cannot say it on the show.
Oh, no.
We cannot say it on the show.
All right, so if you have any, let's say, PG-13 suggestions for what you would want to see from Steel City Bots Patreon, tweet at us, let us know. Because I know that they're going through some changes sometime soon, so I probably will be setting one up just for the future, not necessarily to use anytime soon, but I did want to think about what could possibly go up on there and such. Stutch is the new word, and such. So, yeah. Did you... Oh, you said how you are because you're tired. Michael, are you ready to give us our history lesson for Tinfoil Town Gobots?
Yes, indeed I am. So, obviously, if you couldn't tell, we're recording this on April Fool's Day. So, on April 1st, on this day, in the year 1997... the Pokemon anime airs in Japan with the first episode, Pokemon I Choose You. Oh yeah, and actually Transformers news. Dates. 1976, Troy Baker, the voice of Steeljaw in Robots in Disguise, is born, as well as the comic Shattered Expectations is revealed to be an April Fool's joke on this day in 2008.
That makes me so happy that it's Steeljaw's birthday. I freaking love Steeljaw.
That last one makes me feel old.
You
11
are.
years ago.
You're not as old as Michael, though, so you can at least think about that.
He's only younger than me by 3 months. Like 3 months and 2 days to be precise.
That still means you're going to die 3 months and 2 days before him. That's how it works.
No, that doesn't.
I will not hear anything else about it. That's how it works.
Jesus, imagine that is how that worked.
I would feel bad and also feel like I would be a suspect if that happened.
I assumed in a less like murderous way that like every human had like a set expiration date and that it was exactly this long of time since your birth.
I feel like we would have caught on by now if that was the case.
No, yeah, I'm just saying. But imagine
No.
how weird it would be if that was the case.
No,
It would-
Steven,
it
I'm
would be
taking
weird
it as
if
like...
it was-
Life would be different.
See, I'm taking it as like this thing where, for whatever reason, Michael's life and mine are for whatever reason like linked. So like after he dies, I have to die 3 months and 2 days afterward.
Okay.
So here's the question then. What happens then if Miguel dies first? Do
You're screwed.
I retroactively die 3 months and 2 days earlier?
Yeah, you have to travel back in time and kill yourself.
Not even travel back in time. He'll just retroactively have died.
Yeah.
No, I get a random heart attack. Like Miguel's like, oh god, what's going to happen? It all works out.
It's only because you're soulmates. So.
Yeah.
Because
Indeed.
only soulmates go
Okay.
to.
I didn't agree to this.
Was it you don't get to say in it. Was it where were
It's
you
just
talking
how
about
it
going?
is.
What store were you gonna go on a date to? They were talking about this earlier. I'm not making
Sears.
this up. Yeah, Sears.
To look at
Only
some good
soulmates.
deals.
Yeah, only soulmates go to Sears on a date. So there we go.
You have to look at Transformer KOs.
All right. You know what, Miguel? What did you get? Only because I'm very curious about the last thing you got. Oh wait, is that? Never mind. I have a guess.
All
what that
right.
means.
Only. I feel like I'm trying to think if I actually got more, and I don't. Oh wait, actually I did. One more thing. I'll start off with that one, even though I haven't opened it. So a while back, Michael had mentioned that his local stores were starting to get in Wave 6, I think it is, of the Studio Series Deluxes, and in my travels, I had noticed that while I could find scrap metal and shatter pretty easily, Cogman always seemed to be scooped up really quickly around here. So I put in a request like, hey, if you go back to the Walmart that you saw the Deluxes at and Cogman's still there, could you grab me one? I'll pay you back and everything. And so he found one. He did, grabbed it, paid him back, and this past weekend we met up, spent some time out. Alyssa was there. We all had a good time. Got pizza, and
What kind of pizza? I need
he
to
gave
know.
me the Cogman. I have not opened it yet, but just wanted to say thank you again for picking that up for me.
I don't care about
Of course.
Cogman. What kind of pizza did you get?
We went to a wood fire like brick oven place that does like
Hey, I just did a couple days ago too.
personal pies. I had a margarita pie with spicy sopressata. So they
Ooh.
take the sopressata and they make it like pepperoni. It's really good.
I just did spicy sauce with a ton of mozzarella, fresh mozzarella, parmesan, and mushrooms. I'm a simple man. Anyways, what else did you get?
Got some soda while I was there. To drink. As far as the robots, one of the other things which I can't remember if I actually talked about this while we were recording last week. I know I mentioned it. Actually, it was after we recorded, I think. maybe before. At some point last week, I mentioned this, that I was browsing on eBay and I was looking up TFCC Ramjet, the Universe Ramjet that they did from the Armada Starscream Deluxe mold from Thrilling 30. One of the things that was a common issue with that release was the fact that the way the TFCC packaged the Ramjets, a lot of them ended up with paint wear on his shoulder cannons because they're in white plastic painted blue. While I was digging around on eBay, I found one for about like 33 shipped that didn't, from the pictures in the auction, looked like it didn't have any paint wear. And it was one of the first ones that I had seen in a good while like that. The only other time I saw one for sale in person like that, or at all, let alone in person,
was with us.
With you guys at TFCon when we were looking at Pete's booth, and he had a bunch of test shots and samples and stuff from...
Which you wouldn't have been able to transform that because the test shot, the head hadn't been altered, so he would just
right.
have his head sticking out in alt mode.
He didn't have enough clear. There wasn't enough of a deep cut, so the ball joint would be able to let him look up. Thankfully, sent a message to the guy to get more pictures. Everything looked good. Sent out sent out the money. I paid for the thing. It showed up, and he looks great. At this point, I need Skywarp from the same.
So do I.
Mold. And I'll have all of the ones that I'll have all of them that I want.
Aren't you going to get a different Thundercracker or, Super Mode
I already did.
Starscream? Oh, you already did?
Yeah.
What did you do with the other one?
I still have it. I haven't been able to get rid of it.
You going to buy it, Eric?
I was going to say, if I'm going to get... yeah, I'm kind of like wondering, do I want it back if I'm going to try to get the Skywarp? I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think you want it back in the state that it's in.
It wouldn't bother me as much as it'd bother you. It would bother me, but less.
All right. I paid you for it, and then I just give it back to you. It's like, here, just take it. No, I bought it. Don from RFC. He was selling one in box.
Oh.
So I bought it off of him like months ago.
I knew that. I just forgot about it.
So yeah, and then the other things I picked up, I went to stopped at a Target at the end of last week, and thankfully they had that reminds me of some other stuff. They had the new Battle Masters, so I picked up Taraxodon, who I still haven't opened.
I'm jealous.
But he looked really good. It was the last one they had.
Wait, did you get Blowpipe? Or is it Blowpipe or
Aimless?
Is it Aimless? Sorry.
I got Aimless too, but it was just because he was there.
You're just legally obligated to.
They had like 4 Aimlesses, and they had 1 Taraxodon.
It makes sense.
It was pretty surprising. Like I'm glad I was able to pick him up. I would have been annoyed if Aimless was the only one. Like they only had a bunch of Aimless on the pegs.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other thing that they had was, as I put in the show notes, Bad Haircut Megatron. The Target exclusive Studio Series Battle Damage version of the Voyager Megatron.
For some reason, I thought you meant because I didn't think about that at first. I instantly just thought I was like, oh, he means Dark of the Moon, which, is the same head, but...
Right. I mean, well, same...
Well, it's prepared a little bit.
Same head design is what I meant. Kind of.
I think from what I've seen, like but with the Dark of the Moon Studio Series figure, it kind of looks like he's gotten it fixed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't mean the head sculpts were identical. I just meant he is suffering from the same traumatic injury of shooting himself in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before the more traumatic injury of getting an axe through the head and your entire spine getting ripped out along with it.
That was like half his spine at best. Let's be real.
Fair. But some of it's fine.
If it isn't the whole spine, it's okay, guys. It's fine.
Yeah, it
Please-
wasn't Ravage.
Please don't rip out anyone's
Yeah.
spine. That is not.
Yeah, don't pull a predator.
Although if you could do that, I'd be impressed, but also scared. So please don't. Oh, and now mention what else you got, Miguel. Since you just added it.
Yeah,
Right.
I had to. Talking about Megatron reminded me of the fact that before I stopped at the Target, I stopped at a Walmart and they had Gears and Warpath from the G1 reissues, so I picked those up.
Aw. Didn't know they were in the area.
I probably should have told you that, given the fact that that was along the commute and the little journey you made.
Yeah.
It's okay. It just means you're a bad friend.
He was like 10 minutes away from that Target that you found some stuff at. And using that segue, let's throw it to Michael.
Oh, I really genuinely thought you were gonna throw it to me after saying bad friend. I was like, that's so mean.
I love how Miguel is just like, I'm picking who goes next now. Not Eric.
I will never question Miguel.
Okay, that's fair. So going in order. I got Studio Series Rampage. He was at my Target. I picked him up.
Did you put him down?
Yeah, I mean, I had to. At some point, I can't still be holding it.
Aw.
I needed to drive.
You only need one hand. It's okay.
No, you just put your feet up near the dash and you start.
Nah, my car's not big enough for that. My legs are too long.
If your car was a transformer, it could just drive itself. See?
Yeah.
Should have thought about it.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I should have gotten a transformer as a car instead.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
You should have
Yeah,
stolen a
would've-
baby from the Will of All Sparks and
Jeez.
Now this just gets into weird forced servitude stuff.
I was thinking
Anyway.
more like KSI Sentry, but whatever.
Okay. Anyway, Studio Series Rampage. He's neat. He's neat. Like, vehicle mode looks nice, and the leg mode's pretty impressive. And like, if you just stand the Rampage there, like, that's cool to look at. It's and like, there's decent articulation where you normally don't get articulation, like in the fingers, and the head's well articulated. And you can have fun with like posing the joint. It just doesn't do it for me. As definitely nowhere near as much as scrap metal does it for me.
Well, you see, that's because whenever you have just a leg, it is, a little less exciting than when you have the whole thing. But if you put it in the robot mode, I'm sure it'd be fun.
I mean, I
didn't know where that was going.
yeah, I mean, I'm so confused. I mean, I have fun with scrap metal's robot mode. I like Rampages. I can like get interesting. I can do little things, but it's fine. It's fine.
Wait, what do you mean do little things? What little things do you do with his robot mode? I'm confused. What does that mean?
I mean, like posing the whips, like those little things, as opposed to like going like a full on crazy like Iron Man pose or what have you.
He could do it. Well, he doesn't have two legs, but like he could kind of do an Iron Man pose. Kind of.
I mean, like he's interesting. He's fun because he's different.
Like you.
Indeed.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm just kind of lukewarm. Just kind of lukewarm overall. And then,
I'm too tired. I was about to
as
say you're
Miguel
not.
was indicating earlier, He was making stops, and at one of the stops, he noted that there were a series 2 Botbots. And when I came down this past weekend to the list, I stopped at the Target since it was on the way, and I picked up 4 of the 5 packs that were there, since that's all they had.
How many 5-packs are there?
There are 8 5-packs.
Oh, so you missed half of them.
No.
What?
Because recommended buying guide.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why.
all.
Actually, I know why I thought of that. I'm tired. That's why I thought that.
So I do have the recommend buying guide. Well, I tried to make my own recommended buying guide, and then I double checked with others' work, and I realized, wow, how did I mess this up? So I'm technically stealing it from MCipher.
Didn't you do it fine the first time, I thought?
Yeah, the first time I did fine. I don't know what happened this time. Series 1, I got it, and when I looked at other people's work, we were all on the same page. This time, I was not. I was nowhere near.
You tried, though. That's what matters.
I did try, and there will be a collector's guide video, just in case there are people that prefer the visuals as opposed to trying to read how it's listed on the wiki.
I like the visuals. I like that you do that. I love that you do a bunch of Botbot videos on your channel. It's great.
Some of my Botbot videos are almost over 1,000 likes, 1,000 views.
I feel like it makes it. I feel like that really helps make your channel unique.
Yeah. Indeed. And I never did.
Plus, you
never did
like it, so.
Yeah. I meant to do one for the fact that the bakery bites were available on Robot Kingdom, but I never got around to it.
Well, they still are available, aren't they?
Yeah, as far as I know. As far as I know. But I didn't do it when it was current, you know?
Yeah.
Anywho. So on the recommended buying guide, there are 5 packs that are recommended. When I got to the Target, there were 7 8-packs there. So there was only one that was purchased or misplaced somewhere else in the store by a kid or a parent that was like, we're not getting that. And it's the one, and now that's the only pack I'm missing.
Which one is that? Who does it have that you need?
It's a Shedheads pack, and it contains Drill It Yourself and Spots the Rock.
I want Spots the Rock.
Spots the Rock is a fun.
I made a pet rock yesterday.
And then I think the blind pack for that one is Rock Swagger. I think that's Rock Swagger in there.
This is Rock Swagger. I wasn't kidding when I said I made a pet rock yesterday.
To a B guitar.
I could transform this rock if I smash it and glue it together. Parts forming.
Ha! Parts forming, worst gimmick ever. Anyway.
Not the worst, but not the best.
I was making a joke about.
Yeah, you are making an MGO reference.
Yeah, I was making an MGO reference.
I'm uncultured.
Because he gets enough comments that whenever he does a review and there's parts forming involved, they'll be like, "What? Parts forming, worst gimmick ever?" And he's shh.
I love when he shushes the camera. It's great.
Yeah.
I thought you said transforming was the worst gimmick ever, and I'm like, well.
Yeah, no, that's
there goes our entire hobby.
That's true.
Yeah, the franchise was ruined as soon as they introduced transforming robots.
Agreed.
There's a guy out there who probably is on that hill. He's gonna die on that hill.
Yeah, he's like, Transformers would be so cool if they were just Action Masters.
Okay, here's the thing, though. I think this is part of a joke, but I was on the Ruined Forever page on the wiki. And apparently there's a link to someone who made potentially a joke thread about being once Wave 2 of the 1984 cast got released, it ruined the franchise forever because that included the Decepticons and Optimus Prime.
Oh, yes. Those damn Decepticons and Optimus Prime.
They ruined everything.
Yep, I found it. I'm just gonna share the link in the group chat.
Franchise was great until Optimus came around.
Yes.
Started ripping faces off 24/7.
What else did you get, Michael?
I also got from Miguel when we caught up with each other. Beast Hunter Skylynx. Because I'm like, well, I kind of want to. I want to start like piecing together my animated and Prime shelves a bit.
I need
And
Dark
Beast
Wing.
Wars. Yeah. This is only the second Predacon from that series I've gotten. The first one was Ripclaw.
You don't have Predaking?
I don't have Predaking.
Why do you need Ripclaw? I mean, oh no, like for the shelf is what I mean. Like I understand wanting the other Predacons.
Oh, that was unrelated. This was an unrelated statement. This is only the second Predacon I have total.
Okay.
Like,
but that's the first one you have that's actually like on screen ever. Yeah, that's in the show.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. I'm going.
It's not in the show. It's in the movie.
Yeah,
technically.
Though I brought up the Predacons because I may or may not get the Predacons because they're interesting and different because they're beasts, and have different transformations.
Another Predacon you're getting eventually.
Yeah. You know. But yeah, when I first got Skylynx, I was like, huh. Nor do I Miguel want to get rid of him.
He's not that bad.
No, what my first impression. That was my first impression. As I fiddled with it a bit more, I was like, oh, I like it. I like it. Like, my initial reaction once I was holding it a bit, I was like, wow, this is worse than I was anticipating. And now I'm like, oh, this is better.
He's one of the weaker ones, but like, so that's like the screen, like, that is the one that actually gets used in the show. But I will say it's better in the other colors. The first release, what's it called?
Skystalker.
Yeah, Skystalker. That toy looks better.
Yeah, I mean, like once I figured out how everything works correctly, like I really like the robot mode. I like the silhouette it has. Unfortunate thing is it cannot support its own weight due to the wings.
Yeah, because its legs are so tiny.
Yeah, and the fact that like the arms kind of get in the way of the wings flapping, so you can't like. You can get like the disc launchers forward, but I would have thought that like the whole wing would rotate forward rather than the top half. Mm-hmm. Which I mean, it's fine. And also like there's just like things that I'm like, oh, I wish they did this, or oh, I wish they did that. Like the legs when you split them for beast mode, I wish they'd like lock in place rather than be just loose. Mm-hmm. And like the neck, like the dragon head, I wish like when the neck extends, like you could lift the dragon head up higher because if you don't pose it right, it looks like he's just facing the ground all the time.
He's just very sad. He's always looking down.
Yeah, which is very interesting because Skylynx is usually full of himself, and this one's just sad.
Well, this one's a bad guy.
No, that's fair.
Well,
that's fair.
Is he a bad guy though? He's really not.
Well, they're like working for the Starscream and Shockwave at first, so like.
But they don't do anything bad. Like they would have been bad guys like Predaking, but like they don't really do anything bad. They're just implied to be bad guys that become good, but we don't really see them be bad guys.
Well, they beat up Ultra Magnus and Smokescreen for a bit.
Oh, that is true. But who doesn't beat up Ultra Magnus and Smokescreen in that show? Let's be real. At least they didn't smash his hand.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But you know what? I mean, like again, I do like him more now. He is not strong, but I'm like, he's nice. Also, I realized his color scheme is just a more muted version of the one that comes on that universe Ramjet has, and I'm like, they're buddies now.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Jared. Wait, is that everything you got?
Yeah, that's everything I got.
Cool.
This week.
Jared.
Next week, I know stuff coming.
Well, if it arrives.
Well, one thing's definitely arriving.
Oh, yeah. Jared, what did you get this week?
All right, so much like last week, the day after we record our episode, I go into work, and lo and behold, I find the entirety of Wave 2 Deluxes for Siege, which is Cog, or not Cog, the other one, Six Gun, Ironhide, Prowl, and Chromia. And I picked up all but Chromia all but Chromia. And the day after, I was just like, screw it, and I got Chromia. And
Do you feel Chromia was worth the $20? Like, I'm assuming you feel the others were worth the price.
oh yeah, definitely.
What about Chromia? Do you think she was?
Maybe not the full 20. Maybe at the
She's worth
if she was, like-
1950. You know.
no, she's not really worth 20, but she's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
She just suffers because of the mold, pretty much. Like they did remold a lot on her. However, the shared engineering is what killed it because she has the same exact giant backpack. But
she doesn't combine.
nope.
Ah.
There
But
really
isn't
is
she
just
but isn't she like notably smaller than her predecessors in the mold?
she doesn't seem that small. I displayed them next to one another for a little bit. Then again, where they are on my shelf, I can't really see them all that well.
You know, I saw a photo and it looks like Chromia was like a full head shorter than those two.
Oh wow.
So,
Maybe later for the show I'll pick one of them up and see. But as of right now, I can't because it's on the complete opposite side of the room. But yeah, Chromia is definitely the weakest of the four.
Who's your favorite?
Ironhide. Ironhide, he is best of Siege, deluxe wise at least. Like, for one, he's the biggest deluxe that we got from Siege, I think, because next to Prowl, he's a whole 2 heads taller.
Huh.
Like, and yeah, Ironhide, he's just big and chunky and just all around.
He's a missile hammer. That's why I want him above all. Not because he's the best G1 Ironhide literally like ever made. It's because he's a missile
in
hammer.
generations.
No, just ever.
Even the masterpieces?
Nah, he doesn't have a diaper.
Okay.
And yeah, third place I would definitely put Prowl. He's not as bad as I was expecting from the pictures from like the first pictures that we saw of him. He's not as bad as he looks. However,
because I want a blue streak.
yeah. However, the hood section is a little bit big, but not as big as it was, or as big as it seems. But it is kind of there. But yeah, Prowl. He's like if it's between like Prowl and Chromia, I'd get Prowl. And Six Gun, he's number 2 because he just looks really good. I really have just been enjoying the heck out of him. He was the first one I opened. Yeah, one very disappointing factor, which doesn't really disappoint me all that often, but he doesn't have any wrist swivels.
That was the first thing I noticed when I got mine. I was like, man, he could have had wrist swivels. He doesn't. That's sad.
Yeah, like it's like they were like making the figure, designing it and everything, and they were like, crap, we don't have enough budget. Oh well, there goes his wrist swivels.
No, I think they were like, oh no, he's too good. He's gonna make Brunt look less good. We have to take out the wrist swivels, and that's why they took out the wrist swivels.
Imagine how, like, I'm just pleased that, like, this line's doing so well that, like, a deluxe doesn't have wrist swivels is, like, the worst offense.
Yeah. And also, fun fact, Six Gun's little shoulder cannons, they're the same exact thing that come with Sideswipe.
They're even more...
Wait, they're the exact same?
Yep.
They're even labeled the exact same in the instructions, if I recall correctly.
I did not realize that they were the exact same. I knew that they were darn close. That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Yep,
Yeah.
100% same.
So technically, Six Guns a sideswipe remold, right? It's on the parts tree. No, I'm kidding. That's actually kind of funny though.
Yeah. Plus, about Six Gun, unlike Cog, he doesn't fall apart if you look at him funny.
Why? That doesn't happen to my cog. I don't. I feel like that's sad that happens to your cog.
Yeah, my Cog, if I try to pick him up, he instantly pulls a Darth Maul.
That's sad. Mine does not do that. Mine just has loose guns in his hands. That's it.
How does yours fall apart so easily?
It's because
I don't know, like the
Jared's
connection is
scared
just non-existent, like or barely existent.
Maybe Jared just doesn't know how to tab it in.
That's why I'm
No. Here, I'll. While
No,
you guys-
Jared, it's okay. You don't have to prove it to us. We believe you. Wink,
like for
wink.
vehicle
for
mode.
you,
Yeah,
it's
I
April
do.
Fool's Day.
I really hope that we see it and that he's actually just tabbing it together. Like he just isn't tabbing it together. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, I got. Let me think. Oh, I got Studio Series Scrap Metal. He's very good. I'm liking him more. Like I liked him immediately as I got him out of the package, but I was slightly disappointed. But I think that's just because my expectations were so high. Like he seemed like he was so perfect, and he's definitely not perfect, but he's really good. So my expectation, like my happiness with him has definitely risen, because I've gotten used to him and all that. So I really like him. Who blew me away though is the other figure I got, Studio Series Ironhide. He is so good. He's so good. How did they? They've never been able to make this good of an Ironhide toy before. This is like blowing my mind. I still want the Dark of the Moon leader in the red, just because I'd love to own that mold. Because he has a leg knife, and who doesn't want a leg knife? That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's just so good though. It makes me really want the movie Masterpiece as well. It also really makes me want the gosh dang '08 Camaro in Studio Series for Bumblebee, because I want to have the right Autobot team. And it's not right whenever you have the older Camaro. That is never his body when he's with the original 5 Autobot, like whenever it's the original 5 Autobots. So it really bothers me that we don't have a Bumblebee to go with the original cast. And especially because we're about to finish the original cast with Megatron supposedly in these listings that are for Studio Series upcoming next year. So I really want that Bumblebee, but Ironhide, man, Ironhide's good. Makes me want the movie Masterpiece, which I'll be getting soon. So yeah, the last thing I got was not a whatchamacallit, not a toy. It is a shirt, and to find out what shirt it is, you're gonna have to watch Radio Free Cybertron on this Wednesday. They go live at 8:30. No, 8. And then 8:30 is when the show actually starts, because that's pre-show. I'll be on, and that's when I'll be debuting the shirt, because it was actually from Sean Hamilton, who does the Dawn of the Day drawings. He got it and insisted. He got it for me on the condition that I would wear it on the live stream. So that is happening this Wednesday. So if you want to see what my shirt is, it is a TF Radio shirt. Go check it out. It should be funny.
Eric, look. Okay. Cog.
Mm-hmm.
Post. Port. Tabs in correctly, right?
Well, why don't pick up your cog that way? Just pick him up the normal way, and he won't fall apart. That is really terrible, though, that the tolerance there is bad. Mine does not do that. That's weird.
Yeah, like, gonna pick him up, like, even just that, like, little shimmy right here is enough to just pretty much...
Don't make your cog shimmy.
Okay.
Michael, do you want to go through the news since you put together the news? I didn't.
He's not...
Oh, no! Okay, then I'll put together the news. Wait, why is he gone? It's 10:32. He's supposed to drop out at 10:20. This is why is his internet being inconsistent? Anyways, let's get the first news item out of the way. Wait, actually, first, sleep check. Miguel, are you awake? You're kidding me. No, he's definitely messing with us.
Yeah, he's messing with us.
He's
There's
not
no way.
asleep. Although, I wouldn't blame him because I'm actually super tired too. But I think Miguel's messing with us.
Yeah.
But anyways, first news item is there is. Oh, come on! Why is there an ad blocking the title? Botbots are getting a sticker book, which is super cool. It's for Wave 1 and 2, I believe. Yeah, Botbots Wave 1 and 2 bios are coming in September as a sticker book. I will so buy that. That's so great. 123 different Botbots, more than 500 stickers. Yes. Wait, what? The last sentence is absurd. It says, this book is a must-have for 6 to 9-year-old fans and collectors of the Transformers Botbots toys. I think it means 6 to 69-year-old, because everyone needs them, not just 6 to 9-year-olds. If you think it's just 6 to 9-year-olds, you're wrong. It's terrible. It's for everyone. They're amazing. Next news item is the Botbots Challenge Series 2 promo pack has been showing up at all the different Transformers news sites and such. So everyone is getting Series 2 of Botbots, and I'm really jealous because even the box for these things are cool that they ship them in. So, gosh, I really want these.
Yes,
They're so cool.
indeed.
They're the best promo packs out of all the promo packs. All the promo packs are awesome, but like, that is definitely the best. Also, Michael, how do you feel about the Botbots sticker book?
I'm very interested because it's for Series 1 and 2, but there's 123 of them.
What? Your camera is so weird right now.
Yeah, I see that.
It's focused on you. It's like a portrait. Like it blurred out the background. But
when I was coming into Skype, I was confused, and then I noticed at the very last moment it said blur my background, and I don't know how to undo it without getting
it looks great.
Ending the call.
It looks like a portrait. It's like impressive. It's weird how impressive it is.
Yeah.
It just really caught my attention. I was like, why does Michael look like he's in like an actual YouTube video or something? It looks like very professional. Okay. Oh wait,
so,
but how do you feel about the sticker book?
I need to blur my background when I do videos of me to make it look more professional.
I actually totally yes. Miguel's awake. Okay, but yeah, wait, did you say how you feel about the sticker book, Michael?
Yeah, I'm just interested in the fact that it's for Series 1 and 2, there's 123 when we only have 121.
SDCC, 2 exclusive Botbots.
No, it's because there were 2 Botbots that were cut from Series 1 that got bumped down to Series 3 for reason.
Wait, how many series of Botbots do we know about so far?
3.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was 3 or 4.
But my gut's telling me there's going to be a 4th. Because
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Because especially with 190 in 2019 is branded on the Series 2 packs, but not the Series 1 packs. So I don't think the Series 1 packs count.
Yeah. Okay. Jeez, you got a lot of news for this week, even though we don't have that much. Like you got a lot of news. You got a lot of news for a dead news week, but it's all like small, nothing big.
Yeah,
like
also, I'm also very interested in what those 500 stickers will be.
Yeah, me too. Oh, but actually, I lied. There's one thing that's big, literally, because the next news item is third party, and it is from JX Figures, which is I don't know how to say the company name. It's JX Figures because I can't pronounce the actual name. They announced their second figure with a silhouette. Their first figure is Winged Dragon Beast, which is their masterpiece Transmittal 2 Megatron, which is the first actual like accurate masterpiece scale one. It blows the perfect effect Transmetal 2 Megatron out of the water in terms of size and accuracy. I still love the Perfect Effect. Like, I'm not saying one's better than the other, because the Perfect Effect has its own styling, but, like, in terms of size, it is literally, like, twice the mass of the Perfect Effect, easily. And the Perfect Effect is not small. And it is accurate, whereas this next figure is also going to be very big in that case, because they just announced their MBO2, Machine Beast 2, Tyga, not Tiger, Tyga Eagle. You gotta say it like you have an accent, Tyga Eagle, not Tiger Eagle. You don't say it that way. That's actually kind of funny. Tyga. I did not realize that before. I thought it was just Tiger Eagle. But it is indeed Tigerhawk. And I am so excited for this. I'm also very curious that they're going to do, was it Universe repaint?
Yeah, the Razor Claw.
Yeah. Oh my god, I hope they do a Razor Claw. I so hope they do a Razor Claw. That would make my life.
That would look cool.
Oh man. Okay, but yeah. So I am super excited for that. Is anyone but me gonna get it?
No.
Miguel, are you interested in it?
In what?
The masterpiece Tigerhawk that's coming out.
Oh, yeah. I definitely want to see more. I hope that they do it in Razor Claw colors. What?
We said that.
Yeah, that's literally what we just said.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
I kind of figured. Poor Miguel, he's so tired.
Yeah.
Man,
He's not through the show.
I so agree though. If they do Razor Claw colors, that will that will make my life. As much as a movie masterpiece Nightwatch Optimus Prime would, which I don't know why that isn't a thing. Well, I understand why it's not an official thing. I don't understand why none of the KOs have done it. They made an Ultra Magnus one, a white and blue, but no one's done Nightwatch, and that really bothers me. It legitimately upsets me, but it's okay. All right. Anyways, next thing is MP43 in-hand images, size comparisons to the original Beast Wars Megatron toy, and also his toothbrushing adventures. And oh my God, these pictures, they look so good.
It looks so good.
It looks so good. This makes me want him so bad. I thought I could skip him.
Megatron's out.
Oh my God.
The interesting thing was people thought he came with a stand, like Dinobot did, but he doesn't. Only comes with a stand adapter.
Yeah, so you have to get Dinobot, who has the stand, and then he comes with adapters for that stand. So you can use Dinobot's stand on him with his adapters, but yeah, he does not come with the stand. But that stand was never pictured in his accessories and stuff in the pictures before release. People just assumed it because it was in some of the promo pictures. So I understand why, but
yeah,
man, he just looks so good, and he has a toothbrush. When did we think we were going to get a masterpiece figure with a toothbrush? Never. Exactly. My goodness, this is it's so amazing. Do you have do you have any more articles about this in the news, is how I'll put it?
No.
Okay, so apparently there's something going around where people think there is breakage with the toy because there was one scenario of it. So far, it is only one scenario where someone has broken the toy at the crotch, I believe, but it is known that there are some tolerance issues in terms of stuff being too tight and creating stress marks. Yeah. But apparently the breakage isn't as widespread yet. It was just one person that broke theirs.
If I think I heard that there is a warning to be cautious with that in the instructions. There's specifically a warning written out saying, hey, be careful with this part. But it's not part of the picture instructions. It's literally just text. Mm-hmm. So the English-speaking audiences would have difficulty with getting that message. But apparently there is a warning in there, so that does sound like a concern spot. So just be careful.
Mm-hmm. Next thing, if you're interested at all in IDW Transformers comics, not the new comics, but before the reboot, which There's only 2 issues of the reboot, so if you want to catch up on that, you have time. But the previous IDW continuity, basically, almost everything you can get for is it like $8?
15.
Okay, yeah, $15. There's multiple tiers you can do, but if you
You can do
do,
$1 or $8. You can do 15. But if you do the 15, you basically have access to the majority of the original IDW Transformers verse.
Mhm.
And I was talking with Miguel when we saw him, and he figured out that to fill in the gaps, it would be $100 of spending
Huh.
to finish out the series entirely.
and have everything, which sounds like a lot when you say $100, but it's really not because it's so many
Because
years.
It's 13. It's been 13 years.
Yeah, you're paying $1.15 per year of IDW's Volume 1 Transformers output, is what it says at the bottom. They calculated it.
Yeah, and yeah, like the first few years, like it was just an issue a month, right? It was just like an issue a month.
Yeah.
And then there were the spotlights and whatnot. But then, like since 2011, there's been at least 2 issues every single month. 2012. Sorry.
There's a lot of stuff. So if you're interested in the slightest, and it's for charity, so like
Yes, it's for a charity. So you can donate. You can choose to spend more to get it all. But again, if you spend at least $15, you will get a substantial portion of the IDW continuity. 2005 starting continuity.
So definitely check that out.
I spent it. Do it. I think there's like a week or so left on it. So
if you're interested, act on it now.
Yes.
Yeah. So next thing is something. Oh, I actually really like this. Like this is what makes me wish I was rich, because I would just love to own this, but like I just can't. There's legitimately no way I could ever own these things, which makes me sad because they're so awesome. This is the Prime 1 Studios Last Night Drift prototype images of their statue. And it looks gorgeous. It looks so dang good. These things look like the movie is legit real. It's mind-blowing, these things. It's so good. And it makes me so sad that I will never own one of these things. Unless if I win the lottery, then I will own every single one of these.
Yeah.
I'm not even
You'll somehow
kidding.
manage to blow all your winnings from the lottery in like one day because you bought all those things.
Every single Prime 1 statue. Oh my god.
You'd also have to buy a place large enough to put them all.
How big are they?
This one's 23 inches.
Yeah, that's what I thought. God, but they look so good. How much are they? I can't remember.
I'm
My
not
guess is
seeing a price on this.
Oh my god, I want the
Give me a
Shockwave
second.
one still. I forgot about that. Yeah, let's see. Prime 1 Studio statue. They do other things, so let's do Transformers. Okay, I think they're about $1,000 run of the mill.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit depending on what one you're looking at. They're probably just under 1,000, or there's one that's a gold version. I was like, why is that one well over $1,000? It's like a bust. Oh, it's a bust of Megatron, Starscream, and Optimus. Oh my goodness, and they're $1,600. Oh, that is for 3 though, so that's actually like not terrible, but they are just bust. But anyways, they're so expensive. It's so gorgeous. It's nice to look at. I would love to see one in person someday. Oh wait, no, that's not. Yeah, that's not the things that they had at whatchamacallit, TFCon. What were those? Were those? That's the same thing that they're doing for Blitzwing and Bumblebee. Those figures that don't transform. What are they?
I thought they were. Are they 3?
3A.
3A.
Yeah, 3A. That's what it is.
The company in which I'm going to be getting that Bumblebee, because that thing looks gorgeous.
Are you not getting the Blitzwing?
Maybe.
Why would you get the Bumblebee and not the Blitzwing?
because the Bumblebee's cheaper
Yeah.
and small.
But the Blitzwing is like actually kind of necessary right now. The Bumblebee, there's transforming alternatives coming out because there's the movie masterpiece, which isn't terribly accurate. The studio series, again, not terribly accurate. There is a third party one coming out that is accurate in terms of how it even folds the wings on the back and stuff. But Blitzwing, we have nothing. I'm not bitter about that at all. Anyways,
And they are making a Prime as well. That's what I heard.
yeah,
So.
I have heard about that, which sounds cool. Not going to get it because the studio series will do just fine for me,
Yeah.
but I am glad for those who are interested. I know plenty of people who really want that once it comes out, so. Next thing we have is LGEX Legends Big Powered Exclusive Set out-of-box photos. They all look gorgeous. There's one thing to note, though, with Die Atlas, is that since they remolded him so heavily, he doesn't have like the tank bits. He just has the turret bits for the tank. He just has basically the treads. And the way Overlord, the base mold, transforms is that the parts that formed the main part of where the turret goes into become the inner parts of the shin. So he doesn't have inner parts of his shin. He just has a shin. A knee joint that connects to his shin, that connects to his foot, and also the outer side of his leg. There is no inner or back side of his leg. There's nothing in there, so it's very hollow. But, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. With how good everything else looks,
Yeah.
it's forgivable. Is it a bummer? Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, that is kind of sad, but like, my God, this set looks so good.
It looks so good, and I don't think losing that really inhibits on allowing Dia Atlas to stand.
Uh-huh.
It's not like
How much is this set?
almost 200.
Oh, yeah, I'm not doing that.
It's not 200, but I know it's higher than 150, 160. Maybe it is around there.
I kind of want the Sonic Bomber. He's like the only one that I like kind of really want. I mean, I would also really like the Die Atlas. Obviously, is it Road Burn? Is that his or no?
Road 5.
Road Fire. Road Fire is the one that I'd want the least out of the three, but Sonic Bomber is actually the only one that I really want. Die Atlas is like I kind of want him, but I don't need him. Sonic Bomber, I really just like that Sonic Bomber for some reason. It's so good. But yeah, so next thing we have, continuing on, is something that I think was already revealed at TFCon. But yeah, I'm like 90. I swear this was.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Yeah,
But
I feel like just that some people missed it, but it's still worth talking about. Is Banana Force Metal Premium line MPL-01 Red Sharpshooter. It is robots into it's Fire Convoy, but it is an action figure. So it's basically this is basically like unlicensed Flame Toys, right?
yeah,
That's like what I would compare it to. It seems that like it's a lot like Flame Toys, but it is unlicensed. He has plenty of accessories and such. He has multiple hands, multiple. Does he have 2 heads? Oh, why does he have a G1 head?
He's got the Fire Convoy Super Mode head and a G1 Optimus styled head.
I don't like the G1 Optimus head being in there, but I mean it's an alternative. So hey, he has multiple weapons, including sword, guns, form guns, all that good stuff. So, and a stand.
At the very least, like match the blues. Like there's a very light blue that's like highlights on him. Like if you matched it with that, I'd be like, okay, I buy that.
Wait, is that supposed to be the smaller head?
No.
It's like, but it's kind of stylized, so it could be, right? Because he's like the chin.
I mean, you're right.
Yeah, but it's more like a blend. It's not definitively that smaller head. It's more G1-ish.
Yeah.
So
You're
I'm
right.
curious how much this will be.
It might be a bit because it says it's got a metal frame.
Yeah. So it's impressive, but I honestly don't need it. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, it doesn't transform, so it's garbage. Like, no, this thing looks amazing. And if you want it, go for it, but I just don't need it. I don't need Transformer action figures. I like Transformers because they transform. Transform, but I totally understand people who like Transformers action figures. I just go elsewhere for more solid action figures because, other toy lines do it better because they do it all the time. Transformers, but I totally understand people who are like, I'd rather have a better action figure of a Transformer than a Transformer that transforms that I'm going to transform once and then just leave it in robot mode. I totally get that. I just prefer it the other way. So, next thing, which is not an April Fool's joke, but it feels like a cruel April Fool's joke because it's kind of not, is there is a cassette of, no, not cassette, jeez, a VHS tape release of the Bumblebee movie. It's a very limited edition. Basically, the news sites each got one. And it is legit. Well, we don't know yet because nobody who's gotten one has a VHS player. So no one has actually played it to figure out what is on it. I believe it's the full... It's definitely the full movie. It says it on there. Yeah, it says it's 113 minutes and it's PG-13. It's the full movie. But yeah, so like there's... I don't know, how many would you guess exist of this, probably? I don't know.
2 dozen?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, like 20-some. I want this. I legit
Same.
would love this.
Same, and I could actually watch it on a VHS because I think we still have one downstairs.
This makes me so mad that, like, because I thought it was an April Fool's joke, but it's not. It's almost like an April Fool's joke that it's like, hey, look, this is a real thing, but the April Fool's
you
joke
just
is
can't have
the
it.
April Fool's joke is you can't have it. I'm like, what? Yeah, so that's what the like. There's a little trailer for it and everything. It's available now on VHS. But yeah, it's limited edition for promotional use only. There's none available for sale. So that bothers me a lot. I would like it if they actually did release it. That would be cool because that's from my childhood. So yeah. And then the last thing, which is a very weird thing, but hey, it's interesting. It is an Optimus Prime repaint, but it is not a it's not official, but it's not a Ultra Magnus or a Nemesis Prime repaint. No, that's too easy. It is, first of all, it's 71 centimeters tall, so it's basically like the size of a child. For reference, that's over 2 feet, so taller than any Titan class. It has die-cast parts, LED lights, and it's painted like Captain America? Yeah, it's painted like Captain America and comes with a shield, the Captain America shield. I have no idea why this is the repaint they went with, but if you have $420 to spare, which in all honesty isn't a terrible price for what you're getting, for how big it is, it's an MP10 upscale that is literally over 2 feet tall. That's not awful. Is that how much the regular one costs? Because I want the regular MP10 upscale. Like that's
no
over 2
idea.
feet tall. I want that over 2 foot tall because that is legit the biggest transforming toy ever made. Then
I think it's like 300 something. I think it's a little cheaper, but not by much.
do you know where it is? Like where you can find it?
I've
I've only heard
probably
people
TF
find it.
Direct as well.
Can you find it there? I didn't. Well, I'm not talking about the Captain America one because I know TF Direct definitely has the Captain America. Well, if they have the Captain America, they should have the regular, but I haven't seen it. So, I'm gonna need to
Give me
look
a
for that.
second and I can-
Yeah, let me know if you find that because I am interested in the regular one. Although Jared, actually, look for that in a little bit because it is now time for your job.
Oh yeah, my job.
You
Give me a
sound
second.
so excited.
Okay, pre-orders. We got 2 of them. First of all, spoiler. It was just the first pre-order. Spoiler. It was the last news item. Yeah.
What was it? What is it?
The
Oh,
Captain Prime.
I thought you were saying like it was going to be the last news item, but then you made it the pre-order. That's what I thought you meant. That's why I was like, "That what is it? What are we missing?"
Yeah, it's the second one in the show notes is that Captain America, but the first one is another kit from Flame Toys, and this is the Flame Toys Fury model Megatron IDW Autobot version. And yeah, Flame Toys, they've been making a bunch of like superposable model kit Transformers from both, well, now IDW, and they made the Prime, Nemesis Prime, and Starscream from like just their own type of anime type thing. As my voice goes away, but yeah, I'm probably gonna be getting this model kit myself because I got the IDW Prime.
I did
And,
not get the IDW Prime, but I'm definitely going to get this IDW Megatron, even though I don't know what I'm going to do with it, because I got the Nemesis Prime one, and like that's going to go on my Nemesis Prime shelf. But I don't know where I'm going to put the Megatron. I don't have anywhere to put it, but it looks so good that I'm just like, I am legally obligated to get this. Might get Thundercracker too. I might just start a shelf of them. They're IDW. Thundercracker isn't IDW, right? But he's like ish. It's their own style, so like I could pretend.
Yeah, you can. You can pretend.
Yeah. So yeah. Michael, what is our question of the week?
Our question of the week is, what is the next Flame Toys model kit you would like to see? Not a repaint. And this comes from Tanner. Ah, Tanner, how we miss him.
I actually saw him the other day at work.
Did you beat him up?
No.
You failed.
Okay.
Anyways, wait, did you say what the question was? Michael?
No, I said the question.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What's
What
the
Flame Toy kit would you
Next
want?
Flame Toys model kit.
I didn't even think about... Oh, that's easy. Ultra Magnus.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
I love an Ultra Magnus. I'd love if he came with like a little Minimus Ambus. And like you could just... I don't know. If you could like open the chest and put the Minimus Ambus inside. I feel like that's asking you a bit, but... If there was some way that... Or like if you could remove the chest plate and like just put a tiny Minimus Ambus inside or something. But I would totally just take an Ultra Magnus, whether it be their own stylized version or IDW. Either's totally cool with me. That's my wish.
Okay, since these model kits seem to be mostly IDW inspired, well, some of them, I'm going to go with Rung.
Oh,
So as Rung
that'd be cool.
actually gets the toy.
That would be fantastic, and it'd be official. So that would be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, because there's never been a third party rep.
Although Transmetal 2 Megatron would also be pretty cool.
Don't die.
They haven't done any Beast Wars characters, have they?
No.
No.
I feel
Not
like
yet,
a
at least.
Dinobot or Megatron would be cool.
Ooh.
Tigertron, one Tigertron, or Tigerhawk. They'd probably do Tigerhawk better, knowing their style, I feel.
Dinobot, please. What? If, here's a interesting thought. What if for the Beast Warriors that like they did a model kit of their robot mode and then a model kit of their alt mode?
Huh. That would be... I would totally be down for that, actually. Especially if they were like a little bit stylized alt mode. Like, you know, like if it was a little bit of a like a robotic tiger or something like that. Like, I'd totally dig that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, Jared did find the other upscaled MP10 Optimus Prime.
Mhm.
It's $360. I wish I was rich.
Yeah, $60 for the shield.
Yeah. Which I do not think that is worth $60 for the shield, especially because it's so weird. But like, I don't know. $360. I feel like this could be the centerpiece of my collection. Like the item that everyone looks at and they're like, whoa. Not as in like collectors, just like anyone like coming into my house someday, they'd be like, what is that? But at least at the moment, I don't have $360 to spare no matter how important it would be. So
Oh yeah.
that's a little sad, but I was thinking like $250. Dang it. Although I do know that Diecast has gotten some off of Taobao, so maybe I should ask him about that. Anyways, This week's mascot is, and I totally made this myself, Soundjack Bisque, in honor of Soundjack's birthday. In fact, if you want to, well, actually, first, technically, really quick, also Nerdy Geek Talk this week. There's nothing else, but there should be some stuff coming this week. But if you want to know why it's in honor of Soundjack, stay tuned in just a little bit after we do the whole share your podcast with your peeps. We'll have you go first, Michael, so you can explain what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So, if you like this podcast, definitely subscribe to us on Nerdy Geek Talk. It's, the network, you'll keep up with everything. There hasn't been a lot of everything else, but there should be soon some other stuff trickling back in. It's just been really, really crazy. So definitely subscribe to Nerdy Geek Talk wherever you listen to podcasts, all that good stuff. Also, on YouTube too, if YouTube's your thing. You can also check us out at Nerdy Geek Talk on Twitter. Feel free to set on post notifications because you will not get spammed. It'll only be important stuff like what exactly. You'll know exactly when the show goes up. And occasionally I'll retweet other stuff from the other Nerdy Geek Talk accounts, that kind of thing, like the Steel City Bots account, which definitely go follow that on both Instagram and Twitter. There's, cool posts there every so often. Not a ton of stuff, but hey, it's good. So definitely check that out. Well, I'll probably try to be putting more stuff out on that too soon, in terms of trying to engage with people, just because I wanna try to grow things a bit. So we'll do that. And other than that, I think personally, just find me at Eric Kerbar on Twitter, Eric Carnover on YouTube, at Amos Prime on Instagram. I think that's everything. So, Michael, do you want to explain what's going on with Soundjack?
Yes. You'll probably, if you've been to my channel once this is posted, because definitely by the time this goes out, all the new things are going to be implemented. But I'm having like a big launch day of stuff for my channel. The past few months, I've been getting artwork commissioned for my channel, most notably from at the Derriere Fair and
who's my favorite person in the world.
And at Speed Freak 01 have been the ones of most the ones of note who have created these these pieces for me. For my channel, there's going to be a new I got a new icon, I've got new banners, I'm going to have new intros. My friend Potter, who helped me with the original intros and the original icon design, he's having some technical issues getting the intros working, but as soon as he gets those done, he'll be sending them to me, and then I'll be able to post my reviews, because I was intending starting tomorrow to do 8 days in a row of reviews of the Series 1 Botbots and then get back onto doing other reviews. That's going to be delayed a bit, but those will be coming. And as well, I am also launching a gaming channel with Alyssa, who is my girlfriend. She's been on the show once before. She's been on here once. And that will be going live on April 2nd as well. All this is going live April 2nd. All this art stuff is going to be on all of my social medias. And then the gaming channel, again, launching April 2nd. There will be a post for the first video will be launched that day. And then after that, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday will be new videos. There will be 2 series running, and they'll be flip-flopping which ones premiering a new episode. And one of the series is going to be the Transformers PS2 game with me and Alyssa playing together.
Woohoo!
You should go check that out. And then she'll be playing Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, on her own. So yeah.
Wait, do you have you don't have an Xbox or anything, do you?
No.
We should try to get you a cheap Xbox or something and do a Fall of Cybertron playthrough.
That would be great.
Or some kind of thing together. I feel like that would be really entertaining.
That would be great. Alyssa found this out, and I forgot this was a thing. That's there are Beast Wars games for the PS1, so she really wants that at some point.
She just wants to see if she can meme those like she memes Beast Wars.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so all that's happening. So yeah, go check it all out. And then all the places you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Soundjack426 and on RDSJ Gaming on YouTube and Twitter. So,
Woohoo. Miguel, are you awake?
I think no.
Jared,
I don't
are
think
you
he's-
awake?
Let me check. Yes, I am.
Oh, really? I'm surprised.
Same, actually.
Where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on Instagram at jarpro00. I'm there sometime, well, every day at least once, sometimes to do my night blot, but if you want your, or if you need to get in contact with me, your best bet is Twitter at dreadprime_. Yeah, basically
Coolio.
it.
And I think that's about it for this episode, so definitely stay tuned. Hopefully, depending on when Hasbro Pulse ships stuff out, we should have an NGT reviews. If not this week, definitely next week, because we're definitely going to do one on the Wave 2 Deluxes for Siege, because those are definitely worth talking about. So,
Yeah.
other than that, there should be another thing or two. I'm not terribly busy this week. I mean, I'm busy as always, but not extra busy like I have been lately. So, hopefully, I should be able to get something else out. So, yeah, definitely stay tuned, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sayonara. You stole my outro.
I did.